Hi everybody, this is Jade Jones and I just won the European Taekwondo Championships. It was amazing to be back competing again. It's been a long time and it's been a strange year. So it was amazing to be back competing with, some of the best in the world. On the day, the competition area was very hot. I think because it was in a hotel instead of obviously the normal venue. It was very hot and it was very, hard sometimes in between the matches. But, I felt good and I just took one fight at a time. And I felt really, really strong, really sharp. And I felt in a good place. So I was happy with my performance. Yes, the competition is, very different now. You kind of all get into the hotel and you have to take a COVID test before you enter the hotel. And then when you're all negative, you're kind of trapped in the hotel. You're not allowed out at all, so you're not allowed for any air. And, it's very surreal. And then obviously everyone's wearing masks and walking around wearing masks. And you kind of have to just stay in your hotel room the whole time, unless you're training, competing, or obviously eating your food. So, it's very different to normal. But, I'm just happy to be back, happy to be competing. And so, yeah, it was good. I think the biggest difference for me to keep competing and to keep in good shape was to not stop training. So ever since, we got told that it was postponed, and even when, there was talk about it being cancelled, the GB team just kept training, kept pushing on, and kind of didn't listen to the news or the media, because, even that little bit of chance that the Tokyo Olympics was still going to be on, we had to be ready and we had to keep training. And I'm very lucky, at the GB team to, have had lots of top athletes, been training with Bianca, been training with Lauren, and still trying to push each other, even though we haven't been able to have that outside competition and sparring people with our weight and, our ability. I think we've been very lucky to still have, lots of top level athletes to train with. So I think, when it did get postponed, my goal never changed. I think I want to win that gold so bad that it doesn't matter if it's in another year, it doesn't matter if it's in 4 other years, I still was going to be going and I still was going to try to win that gold medal. I think it was kind of a bit of a blessing in disguise for me, because I had a little injury in February last year. I tore my MCL, so I'm very robust normally and don't normally get injured, touch wood. So for me it was kind of a weird place, being a little bit injured before the Olympics. So now I've had an extra year, to improve, to get better, and I feel in a much better place now. So I'm hoping, it was a blessing in disguise. I think the only tough bit has been mentally. The Olympic cycle is long enough anyway. 4 years is long, whereas an extra year, and I'm not getting any younger. So, it was hard at first, like waiting for another year, but I've just tried to improve and just tried to become an even better me. So I think when I perform, people see it as, Jade always wins, but for me, it doesn't feel like that. I definitely have times when I lose and have a bad performance. And for me, I think it comes down to just focusing on me. So sometimes if I go to the competition and I'm thinking about the other athletes, or I'm thinking of just the outcome, like I want to win, then that is when I end up performing bad or losing. Whereas when I focus on one fight at a time, and don't focus on like the winning part, just focus on what can I do, my fight, my tactics, and going after each fight at a time, then next minute you're in the final and you've managed to win gold. So I think for me, it's just focusing on the performance rather than the gold medal. And that's mentally when I'm in my best place. I think for me to win Tokyo, I think it literally is going to be a mental battle. I've said it before, when you're at the biggest event, it all comes down to mentality and who wants it more and who can kind of handle the pressure. And trying to become the first person to win 3 golds, you know, I'm going to feel the pressure. I know I am. So I think it's just, you know, about me kind of letting go of that pressure and not seeing it as pressure, and just, you know, fighting my game, doing what I can, and then knowing that no matter what, you know, I've done my very best, and the outcome will take care of itself then, and hopefully that results in a gold medal at the end of it. So, you know, it's always like a long day, and you kind of, you know, I had 4 fights to win. I started at about 12 o'clock. I had a first fight against Romania, and she was quite tricky. She was covering a lot of my shots, and at first I went down and was finding it hard to score on, but I kept going with my plan, kept doing what, you know, what I was supposed to do, and then eventually the points started racking up. And then my second fight was against Finland, so I fought her quite a few times, so I knew, you know, what the game plan would be, and knew that she would come after me and come fighting me. So I had to, you know, keep switched on and keep fighting, and know that it would be a fight. And again, that was a tricky fight. And then it was kind of a little bit of a break to switch off, reset mentally. And then my third fight was against a Belgian girl who I fought in the Olympics as well in 2016. So I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it was going to be a tough fight. And it's a very like clashy fight, and had to stay really focused and committed, and then managed to win that fight. And then the final was against Turkey. So lately I've fought her so many times, so I was a bit like, oh, here we go again, because I know she's going to be a tough opponent. And again, the final was really cagey. I remember it being like 2-2 or 2-1 for about 2 of the rounds. But again, I didn't lose confidence, kept going with my plan, kept going with the tactics that, you know, I'd set out to do. And then eventually it broke it down, and then the points racked up. And like I said, I didn't really think about the win or being European champion until that buzzer went. And then I was like, oh my God, I've done it. And, you know, 3-time European champion, I'm absolutely buzzing, and kind of gives me good vibes and good positivity, thinking, right, that's 3 times European now, 3 times Olympic is coming up. It's strange, you know, to win 3 times. I think each one is special for different reasons, as well as the Olympics. I don't think no feeling can beat the first one, because you're just so happy and can't believe you did it, almost, because you did it for the first time. It seems like mission impossible, but then after that, it's more the mental side of it, the pressure and the doing it again, and the showing it's not a fluke. And like I said, you know, especially this far on in my career, I know how hard it is to keep winning, to keep on top. And like you said before, now every time I go to a competition, a silver is a fail for me. So only gold will do. So it's more the mental side, and, you know, like, can't believe I did it again and managed to handle the pressure and managed to still come out on gold.